If you feel frustrated by, limited by, or have struggled with expectations, limitations, stereotypes associated with gender and gender roles in our culture and society, stick around because this compassion key clearing is for you. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Melissa. I am a meditation, Reiki, and compassion key master and intuitive healing facilitator. I use meditation and visualization and the compassion key process to clear away energy blocks and latent impressions on your karmic film and in your actual physical body. If you feel resonant with this topic and you'd like to go deeper with it or any other topic that arises for you, you can schedule a one-on-one appointment with me in the links below. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to do some grounding first before we move into the clearing. Take a nice deep breath, settle into your body, close your eyes. Allow your muscles and your skin to relax down around your skeletal structure. For those of you who are not familiar with the compassion key process, it is a self-directed compassion conscious healing process that was developed by Edward Mannix based upon the philosophy and real lived experience that what we meet with compassion dissolves. Through the process, we engage with our highest self and our feelings to zero in on latent impressions and blocks in the different aspects of our being. And then we use compassion statements and the mantra, I am so sorry, to address those blocks and latent impressions and dissolve them away. So really take a moment to get nice and comfortable and settle into your body. Allowing your shoulders to drop, taking whatever adjustments you need to make so that you can find a comfortable upright posture. And as your breath becomes more regular and settled, back into a normal rhythm, I want you to imagine a point of light at the farthest point in the universe that you can imagine. This could be right outside the Earth's atmosphere, or it could be star systems and galaxies and light years away. When you imagine that point of light, I want you to make a firm visual connection with it and imagine that it is pouring streams of liquid light down through time and space, heading toward the top of your head. When it reaches the top of your head, it hovers for a moment before it enters your crown center, cascading through your head, over your face, down your neck, across your shoulders, down your arms, into your chest cavity, where it pools and grows for a moment before it continues down your torso into your pelvic area, where it then also pauses for a moment, filling your pelvic bowl before it spills down over your hips, down through your thighs, across your knees, down your calves, through your feet, into the earth. As the earth is absorbing this liquid light energy, I want you to imagine that it is forming root structures that are now growing down through earth and rock into the center core of the earth, wrapping very tightly and firmly around the core of the earth. Take a moment to check in with and notice this image of the light streaming down from the farthest point in the universe that you can imagine, through the center line of your body, through the earth down into the core. And on your next inhale, I want you to imagine that that energy is coming back up from the core of the earth, coming through your feet, up your legs, up through your torso, pooling for a moment in your heart center, illuminating and purifying your heart before it continues up, back through your head, out through your crown center, reconnecting with that point of light at the farthest point in the universe. Taking a nice deep breath. A wish, a request, a call arises in your heart center, asking for a connection, a sign that your highest self is here, present for you, asking that your highest self oversees this process for you. And whether you feel or sense your highest self or not, know that your highest self is not separate from you and is always present and powerfully available for you whenever you call or request a connection with it. Bringing your energy and attention to your heart center and solar plexus, I'm going to start repeating the compassion key clearing statements, starting with I am so sorry, you. Even if you feel like the statements that I'm saying might not apply to you, I encourage you to repeat them after me anyway, because if there's nothing for them to stick to, they're just going to wash through and not have any effect on you. But quite often, if we feel resistant to saying anything, it means that there is actually something there, and you should just trust that it will reach the places it needs to reach. Take a nice deep breath, focusing on your heart center and solar plexus, and repeat after me. I'm so sorry you were limited by their expectations of you. I'm so sorry you had to behave a certain way to be accepted. I'm so sorry you learned to limit yourself to fit into cultural structures. I'm so sorry you limited yourself to fit into cultural and social expectations. I'm so sorry you limited yourself to fit into a role. I'm so sorry you defined yourself by that limited role. I'm so sorry you oriented yourself within gendered expectations. I'm so sorry you oriented yourself toward the extreme and limited expectations of gender roles. I'm so sorry you held space for unequal gender roles. I'm so sorry you watched them play out around you. I'm so sorry you empathize with and understand the gender role expectations. I'm so sorry you empathize with their way. I'm so sorry you existed within their system. I'm so sorry you had no other choice. I'm so sorry you learned to survive within the structure that was created. I'm so sorry it's hard to break out of that structure. I'm so sorry it's hard to let go of all that. Okay, take a nice deep breath and let's check in with our heart and our solar plexus and just take note of what's arising and how you are reacting or responding to these statements. Maybe you have some memories coming up. Maybe you have some anger coming up. Take a nice deep breath and blow it out through your mouth. And we're going to continue on. I'm so sorry it's hard to let go of the habits and patterns and dynamics that were born from that experience. I'm so sorry being born into that experience and raised within that experience created extensive structures and belief systems that are difficult for you to break out of. I'm going to repeat that one again so you can say it along with me because I know it was long. I'm so sorry being born into that experience and raised within that experience created extensive structures and belief systems that are difficult for you to break out of. I'm so sorry your mother, father did it, and their mother, father did it, so you were expected to do it too. I'm so sorry this expectation was imposed upon you. I'm so sorry you need to develop new habits and patterns and beliefs. I'm so sorry you're having a hard time developing new habits and patterns and beliefs. I'm so sorry it's scary to let go of the unknown. I'm so sorry it's scary to step into the unknown. I'm so sorry it's exciting to step into the unknown. I'm so sorry it is both scary and exciting to step into the unknown. I'm so sorry you feel like you're falling. I'm so sorry you don't know what comes next. I'm so sorry you don't trust what you trust. I'm so sorry you trust what you don't trust. I'm so sorry that monitoring your thought patterns is revealing more unraveling that needs to be done. I'm so sorry it's scary to rewire and repattern your entire existence. I'm so sorry it's exciting to rewire and repattern your entire existence. I'm so sorry it all feels quite overwhelming. I'm so sorry it's hard to understand things sometimes. I'm so sorry it's hard to let go of the past. All right, take a nice deep breath. Just check in and take note of what's arising for you. How does your heart feel? How does your solar plexus feel? How does your gut feel? How does your head feel? Notice any tensions in your body that might not have been there a couple minutes ago. Notice any memories that are arising, any situations or circumstances that these statements are bringing up. Check in with your highest self. Feel the compassion and love and care and support of your highest self around this topic and your experiences with it. Receive the encouragement to keep going, to see it through. Take a nice deep breath. Let's return to our heart center and solar plexus. And repeat after me. I'm so sorry fear of disconnection and isolation is real and powerful. I'm so sorry the enthusiasm and delight in the disconnection is real and palpable. I'm so sorry there doesn't seem to be an answer. I'm so sorry everyone seems to have a different answer. I'm so sorry it's hard to let go of the old paradigm. I'm so sorry a part of you will never let go of the old paradigm. I'm so sorry it doesn't matter what you do or don't do anymore. I'm so sorry you are still firmly rooted in the old system. I'm so sorry you resisted forming new neural pathways for so long. I'm so sorry the resistance to forming new neural pathways has held you back. I'm so sorry you didn't know how to effectively go about forming new belief systems. I'm so sorry you didn't know how to break out of the old patterns. I'm so sorry you suffered from psychophysiological and neurochemically induced limitation for so long. I'm going to say that one again so you can say it along. I'm so sorry you suffered from psychophysiological and neurochemically induced limitation for so long. I'm so sorry breaking out feels scary. I'm so sorry breaking out is thrilling and exciting. I'm so sorry you can't imagine what's next, but you are ready for it. Take a nice deep breath. Check in with your body, check in with your mind, check in with your feelings, check in with your highest self, check in with the thought streams in your mind, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, how you're responding to the statements, what's coming up for you. I encourage you to journal what arose for you during this session, and think of any additional statements that you might use to heal or clear any other feelings that arise around this. And if you need some support with that, please feel free to reach out. There's a link in the description box below where you can schedule a one-on-one clearing session with me. Very deep and expansive and almost eternal, right? Centuries and centuries of cultural conditioning and social conditioning and gender conditioning, expectations and stereotypes and endless modifications that we've had to exist within. There's a lot there. It goes very deep. And take your time with it. We're going to close out the session today by thanking your highest self for bringing you to this video and being powerfully present for you during this clearing process. Asking for continued support from your highest self, your spirit guides, the angels, whatever higher power or support system you typically turn to when you need encouragement or relief from the pressure of these kinds of topics and issues. Reconnecting with the stream of light flowing through the center line of your body, connected to the highest point in the universe that you can imagine, and the core of the earth. Each breath, I want you to imagine that your heart center is glowing a little bit brighter, so increasing the light energy in your heart center with your in-breath. Again, increasing the light in your heart center with the in-breath. And I want you to imagine that the light from your heart center is growing up into your throat center, empowering your ability to communicate and express yourself. You're clearing this energy center as it grows and expands up. And drawing that light energy to the Alta Major center in the back of your skull, where the top of your spinal column disappears into your skull, right there. And also bringing the light from there in a straight line forward to your third eye. So there's a really strong current of energy flowing between your third eye and the back of your skull that passes through the pineal gland. So I want you to just take a moment with each in-breath and out-breath, imagining the energy flowing between those 2 points. And now I also want you to expand that into a triangle that reaches up to the crown center. So you have energy moving between your crown center, your third eye, and the back of your skull. With each breath passing between these centers. And after a few rounds of that energy transmission, bring your attention to the top of your head. Drawing the energy up from the center of the earth, pulling it back up through the earth, through your feet, up into your heart center, pausing for a moment there, and then drawing it back up again to the top of your head. And then pulling it down from the highest point in the universe that you can imagine, pulling it back down into your crown center. And I want you to imagine that it's all coalescing into a halo of energy, a light energy that's circling just above your head. And just take a moment to spend some time connecting with that visualization, that image of the halo of light energy around the top of your head. And when you're ready, I want you to imagine that that halo of light energy just above the top of your head is now settling down onto your head. You should actually feel it coming down, like someone, like your highest self, is actually placing a crown on your head, so you can actually feel its presence there. And on your next in-breath, I want you to imagine that it's collapsing into a center point here at the top of your head, closing off and sealing off that center for now. Taking a nice deep breath, expanding your chest, expanding your rib cage, bringing gratitude and thankfulness into your heart center. Thanking your highest self for being powerfully present for you today. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How was that for you? What was it like for you to go through that process? What came up for you? A lot? Nothing? Memories? Feelings? Feel free to comment down below if you have any questions. And share your experience. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time.